The first test that only the truly chosen ones face is one of the hardest to endure. It does not require physical strength, nor resistance to external suffering, but rather courage to look within. And before you ask, I will call this first test the encounter with the true self, but I am not talking about looking in the mirror and recognizing your appearance. Who are you when everything you've been told you are disappears? Who remains when there are no more labels, titles, or status? This test does not accept shallow answers. It forces the chosen one to confront what they have always avoided, the truth. And this truth is brutal. The identity you carry is an illusion. A reflection of what society, family, and your past have shaped in you. But this construction is not who you are. Most people cannot handle this revelation. They resist. They cling to the familiar. They retreat to their comfort zone. But the chosen ones do not have that option. Something inside them pushes them forward. When identity dissolves, an undeniable realization emerges. There is no separation between you and the universe. The ego resists. The mind desperately clings to any certainty. But those who break through this barrier discover something that changes everything. The few who pass this test understand what ancient sages already knew. As Alan Watts once said, the ego is just an illusion, but a very necessary one. It exists to give us a reference point for experience. But it is not who we are. When this realization happens, a deep silence takes over. An indescribable freedom emerges. The chosen one understands that they no longer need to hold on to a rigid identity. They can simply be. But not everyone is ready for this freedom. Many retreat. They return to the world of certainties, of masks, of illusory security. Because this truth is heavy. Are you ready to accept it? Are you ready to let go of who you thought you were to discover who you truly are? The chosen ones move forward. Because they know, this is not the end, it is just the beginning. If you've made it this far, there's something within you that cannot be ignored. It is no coincidence that you are hearing these words. Most people go through their entire existence without ever questioning who they truly are. But you have felt the call. And this call does not come for everyone. Now that the first test has been revealed, you might be starting to realize what all of this means. But there is still a crucial piece missing. There are more tests. Tests that determine who is truly ready for this journey. You need to know each of them. Because when the time is right, life will place them in your path. And when that day comes, you will either be prepared, or you won't. If everything said so far makes sense to you, I have one piece of advice: leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel right now. The message here is not trivial. This is not just about a video. This is about who you truly are and about your real purpose as a chosen one. By subscribing, you will connect with a community created by a chosen one, for chosen ones. Now, let's continue. Because the next test, this one will, or perhaps already is, truly challenging you. The trial of solitude. The second test that only the chosen ones face is learning to live with solitude. And this is not just a single challenge or isolated event. It repeats itself throughout life. The universe brings it back every time a new level needs to be reached. And often, it is the hardest to endure. Silence can be deafening for those who have never learned to listen to it. Society molds people to always be busy, always surrounded by voices, distractions, and noise. But the chosen ones are called to something different. At some point, life removes everything around them. It takes away the voices. It takes away the support. It takes away the distractions. And then, only you remain. This test is not just about being physically alone. It is also about enduring the absence of external validation, about being independent of others' opinions or guidance. When no one else tells you who you are or what you should do, when there are no more opinions to guide your steps, when the world seems distant and indifferent, the chosen one must face this void without fear. Because it is in this space that true identity is revealed. Only then can you realize that the best answers or guidance have always been within you. Many fail here. They try to fill the solitude at any cost. They seek any kind of noise to avoid the internal confrontation. But the few who endure realize something that changes everything. Solitude is not a punishment. It is a portal. A portal to clarity, to alignment, to a deeper connection with something far greater than any external voice could offer. I'm sure you've heard the word intuition many times. The chosen ones feed on solitude, not because they are antisocial, but because they know they need silence to hear the voice of the all, which echoes subtly within them. What happens when you stop seeking distractions? When you no longer need validation? It is at this moment that the mind begins to expand. Perception deepens. Signs become visible. And, for the first time, the chosen one realizes that they were never truly alone. The test of letting go. Few tests are as deceptive as this one. Because it infiltrates your life. It appears in small, subtle ways, and when you least expect it, it strikes where it hurts the most. The third test is not just about losing something. It is about letting go. The chosen ones face losses that many would consider unbearable. People. Beliefs. Identities. Plans. Everything that was once seen as essential will, at some point, fade away. And when this happens, there are only two choices: resist or accept. But accepting does not mean being indifferent. It means trusting. Trusting that what has left has already fulfilled its purpose. Trusting that what needs to remain will remain. Failing this test means choosing resistance. It means vibrating at the frequency of "I refuse to accept this" or "this is not how I want things to be." Can you recognize the voice of the ego in these words? Resisting the Creator's reality is resisting happiness. Because the all is love and joy. The chosen ones trust this truth, and that is why they choose to release the ego's desires. Those who fail this test are the ones who hold on tightly, who try to control the natural flow of life. But letting go is not an act of weakness. It is an act of power. As the Taoist sages taught, water shapes the stone not through force, but through flow. The universe moves in the same way. The more we try to control, the more we suffer. But the chosen ones understand that letting go is not losing. It is liberation. And here is a detail that few realize: this test does not happen only when something leaves your life. It also happens when something arrives. Because letting go is not just about releasing the past, but also about not clinging to what is coming. Not tying your happiness to external circumstances. When the mind understands this, everything changes. Because power has never been in what you have or lose. Power has always been in who you are. The chosen one then learns to trust the flow. To release the fear of loss. To release the illusion of control. And when this test is overcome, something new happens. A lightness sets in. Fear is replaced by trust. And life, at last, flows with joy and with a level of love that only the chosen ones can experience in this world. Now you know the 3 tests that only the chosen ones face. And understanding them is not enough. You must recognize them when they appear in your life. Because they will always come, whether in the form of an internal crisis, an unexpected loss, or a phase where everything around you feels too quiet. But there is something that separates those who fail from those who overcome these challenges: awareness. Knowing that these tests exist already puts you at an advantage. Because when they arrive, you will not be caught off guard. You will know exactly what is happening. And, more importantly, you will know that you are ready. The world keeps turning, distractions keep calling, and time does not wait. But now, you have a choice. You can ignore all of this and retreat to the comfort of what is familiar. Or, you can do what the chosen ones always do, move forward, embrace the challenges, and evolve. Remember, you are not here to find a purpose. You are the purpose, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope to see you in the next video, which is appearing on your screen right now. Just click it to continue. A life of infinite possibilities awaits you.